Survivor Series was a blast, wasn't it? I could go down the line of how many things I loved about this event. And I'm sure you could too. But the first thing we're going to tackle is the return of Randy Orton. A lot of people were talking smack. A lot of people were talking smack about how WWE approached the return of Randy Orton. They didn't like the fact that Cody announced it, made hints at it on Raw instead of it just being a surprise or him showing up at Survivor Series, his theme song playing and getting that effect. But I think those guys ate their words because, look at it. It worked beautifully. It was booked beautifully. Randy's not showing up all throughout the night. They're making us, try to believe that he's not going to be there. And then you have the whole CM Punk chant going on. Is CM Punk going to be the replacement for Orton? Is Orton still going to show up? What's going to happen? So they wait till the last minute. All the entrants are in War Games except Randy Orton. The clock is ticking. There's a serious countdown now. 3, 2, 1. Rhea Ripley, is coming out and stuff, and she's trying to hand Damian Priest the Money in the Bank briefcase, and all of a sudden we hear the theme song that we all love, and we see Randy Orton coming down the aisle, just jacked. The man is 6'5". I believe he's heavier than 250 pounds. Now he looks freaking jacked. He is buff as hell. Geez. It was crazy. Like, he is literally one of the greatest of all time. He's been out since May 20th of 2022, the night where RK Bro lost the tag team titles to the Usos. He's been gone about 18 months. And it's been a long 18 months. He comes back, roar the crowd, just goes freaking... I couldn't even hear myself think, and I was watching it on the TV. It was amazing. Randy Orton is the most gifted wrestler in the ring, in my opinion. Everything he does is smooth. It's a pleasure to watch him in the ring. It's like Ted Williams swinging the bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the mechanics, how smooth his moves are in the ring. He hits them without flaw. The RKO, the power slam, the DDT between the ropes, the superplex. I can go down the line. His arsenal and the character that he brings to the ring and the intensity that he brings and just the emotion he is able to get from the crowd, it's a talent. Not a lot of people can do it. He was told earlier in the year that he was never going to be able to wrestle again. Well, he came off of double fusion back surgery, came out, whooped everybody's ass. RKO Dominic Mysterio was working an angle with Jey Uso. He was telling him, "You think I forgot?" And then, Jey saved him from, I think it was McIntyre. And, they got along for that night. I think it was booked great. I wouldn't have changed a thing. Honestly, WWE knew what they were doing when it came to Randy Orton's return. And it set up something else, because that's the thing. If you're going to return two people, you got to do it right. And they did it right. They had Randy Orton have his time in the sun, have his shine on the night, yet it wasn't completely overshadowed by CM Punk's, which I'll talk about in the next video. But it was just so freaking good to see Randy Orton again, man. Like, I grew up with this guy. John Cena and Randy Orton are Gen Z heroes. Like, those two guys were at the peak when I started watching wrestling. Like, in their heads of the ruthless aggression era, it was Edge, Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, all those guys. And Randy Orton and John Cena are kind of like the last ones. You know what I'm saying? So we might not see John Cena again. And if we do, it's probably going to be his retirement match. Randy says he has another 5 years left in him, maybe 10. So, who knows? But it was just awesome. Everybody popped. It was a magical moment. And he still is hitting those moves like it's nothing to him. The power slam to Dom, the RKO to Dom. How about that RKO where they literally threw JD McDonough off the cage into the RKO? And it was crazy because they're like, yeah, just put him right here. Throw him right here. And he caught him. He caught him right before he hit the floor. It was crazy. I don't know about you, but I'm getting ready to get my Randy Orton merch. I want that new hoodie that he's, that they got going on WWE Shop. It's 60 freaking bucks, which is an exorbitant amount to spend on a hoodie, but people do worse things. And it's just like, I'm really glad he's back, man. I'm seriously glad. I was hyped this entire week. I was watching, ever since Cody announced it on Monday, I was excited. I was thrilled for Randy Orton to come back. That's all I talked about all week with my family. Then, when the event came and he did his thing, and after the event ended, I'm still watching Randy Orton matches. I'm watching, the Best of the Legend Killer on Peacock. I'm watching some matches on YouTube. I'm watching, those top 20 things. Like, I can't get enough Randy Orton. Like, it is a privilege to watch him as a wrestler just do his thing. To me, he's the most gifted wrestler in ring. Like, there's nothing that he does that isn't smooth looking. It's crazy. Rarely do you ever see a botch from him. I'm sure he's had a couple over the years because it happens to everybody, but he's just perfect in that ring. He's like the closest you're gonna get. And then his character work as a heel or a face. I mean, we all like Orton better as a heel because that's what he excels at. But as a face, he's still able to he can pull both off, and that's very hard to do. Not many people can do that. So Randy Orton is back, and I can't wait to see what he says tonight on Monday Night Raw. Make sure you tune in. I know I'll be tuning in. So let me know what you guys think about Randy Orton's return. Would you have booked it any differently? Are you glad the way that WWE booked it? What could have been different? What could have been better? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.